So here's a real good one. I couldn't wait to cover this since I got the thing sent to me last night. All about a guy who handles things like a boss when his ex reached out to him years later wanting a second chance. And for all you guys out there that ever had a girlfriend or wife that you were great to, just treated her fantastic, not like the queen, but you just treated her very well, and she broke your heart, whatever that was, usually cheating. You'll enjoy this with this story, her coming back. And this perfectly demonstrates that they always come back if they want something. If their lives aren't where they want to be, they will always come back. And of course, their perception of you is that you're the same guy always, that you haven't ever learned anything or moved on or something like that. Title: My ex-girlfriend now regrets dumping me after years, so I laughed and told her to F off. It says, so I have an ex-girlfriend who, after years, is now begging me to take her back. We started dating in college, and back then I was pretty awkward, but I did love her very much. I always went above and beyond for her as much as I could. Smack! Was it reciprocated? Did she go above and beyond for you, or were you just giving her the princess treatment, or more like the queen, the empress treatment? We'll call her the empress here. And she thought you were just her little servant, her little peasant, and treated you like a freaking court jester. Even as a broke college student, I would give her my last just to make her happy. Smack! Being too nice. I thought we would last forever, honestly. Well, long story short, she cheated on me and slept with an old friend of mine. That's even worse. An old friend of yours? Now, he's the bigger a-hole in the story, but so is she. Now listen to this. The breakup messed me up pretty bad. So I put a pause on dating, and I found peace investing my time into the things like my tech career, hobbies, and other stuff like that. Right there. What I always say about your purpose. This guy stopped the dating and put all his energy into his grind, making something of himself towards his career in tech, his hobbies, his interests, all that type of stuff. That's what you should do. Put all your effort into that, and then the gals will chase after you. The guys that put all their effort into relationships and girls, they chase after the guys that don't do that, right? And the peace he got from his purpose. Purpose brings us peace. Now, years later, she's begging me to get back together after she cheated on me. See, in her mind, he's the same old guy. Wrong. She ran into me one day. She said that she wanted to catch up and told me how she regretted it all and regrets how everything happened. Translation: her life has not exactly turned out the way she thought it would be. The type of guy she really liked and was turned on by, that gave her the butterflies, the bad boys, the Chad and Tyrones, they're not exactly marriage material. So I'm hoping you will be the same guy as you always were and will take me back because I'm such a wonderful prize now that you are obviously have a career, making money, successful. This is how it works. And by the way, in the comments section, I discovered with his comments, he's now in his early 30s. So this is like way later from college. And she is now, no longer in her prime. He says here, I laughed at this and told her, fuck off. I'm sure that felt good. I said that I was not interested in catching up and I had to go. Well, now she is blowing up my Instagram and Facebook, sending me paragraphs about how I laughed at her for her loving me, and she says she misses us. Well, funny that you miss us like a decade later after you cheated on me with an old friend. And after I was great to you in college. Obviously too great, but he was still great to her, And she's missing him. No, you just missed that. You missed the bus. You missed the opportunity to have something really good. And now other guys don't want you as much because you're in your 30s. And for all you know, she's probably a single MOM. My buddies keep telling me that I should just take her back and start a family like I always wanted while I'm still in my early 30s since I'm getting older. Smack to all your dumbass blue pill buddies. This is why you watch who you hang out with, guys. These guys are all a bunch of dorks, obviously, have no fucking clue about human behavior, how things work. Like this guy couldn't get any other girls. If this guy's in his 30s and he's doing well for himself, I'm sure he can get other girls. But obviously, he's been scarred for 10 years after this whole thing, as is understandable. Do not listen to these clowns. But the way I see it at this point in my life, I'd rather be alone than be in a bad company. Exactly. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to finally start a family of my own, but I don't want to with the wrong woman. They think I'm an a-hole for not forgiving her because the clock for me to have a family is ticking. Am I the a-hole? No, you're only the a-hole if you believe these jackasses. The clock ticking for you, you're in your early 30s. I'm in my mid-40s. I could easily get married and have children now. No big deal for me. So it's no big deal for you. The clock is ticking for the women out there, and we all know what I'm talking about here. So no, do not listen to these clowns, and I would consider breaking up with, not stop hanging out with these guys, because they're going to rub off on you if you listen to them too much. Getting back to her would be a terrible idea. She's a cheater. The only reason she wants you is because is working out with a guy she really liked. And now you obviously do well for yourself, have resources. If you want to have a family one day, fine. But you got to start get back in the game and use all your lessons you've learned from this bad experience to find a better quality gal. You know, and it's going to be hard. But but don't make the same mistakes you did in the past by kissing her butt, treating her like the queen, the empress, that type of thing. Otherwise, it'll happen again. And just learn from your mistakes, and hopefully you'll be all right. But don't listen to these clowns, and ignore her and anybody else that says anything. And I would start looking for new friends if this is who you hang out with. Now some comments here. One guy says, not the a-hole. Cut off their friends because they're not really your friends. No good friend would ever tell you to take back a cheater. Block her and be as rude as you can be so she'll get the message. If she finds a way to contact you after the blocking, your response to her idiocy was perfect. Another one, not the a-hole. If you took her back, she would continue to cheat on you through your entire marriage. She does not miss you. She misses the way you treated her and how blind you were to her cheating. She wants someone who will spoil her, provide for her, that she can manipulate and take advantage of. She isn't worth your time or energy. Exactly. You owe it to your younger self, the pain your younger self went through, to continue your path. Your initial reaction was tell her to F off, and that was the right one. If you go back on that, believe me, your younger self is going to time travel to the future and smack the bejesus out of you, and so would I. Another one. Not the a-hole. Your friends are not worth any more than the slag you told to get lost. More and more young men are coming to the same conclusion that you have. Dating in today's world is a waste of time. Well, it really is. They are checking out dating altogether, and I don't blame them at all. Hooflation is real. Yeah, I love that term. Another one. Not the a-hole, dude. Your friends and an ex are the a-holes. Cut the crap of being old. That is bullshit. If you want a family, then you need to first start to date, and like you said, not to start to date again with your ex who cheated on you. Find the right gal and start to date. I know you were hurt, but you need to do the leap of faith and give the chance to another woman in your life. Also, cut these toxic friends. They are all except your friends. There you go. So it isn't just me saying cut these boneheads out of his life, these friends of his. And I know it sounds pretty harsh because they can be good guys, but you spend enough time with people telling you all one thing, it starts to go in your head. That's why the saying is we're the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So, bro, you handled it like a boss. Good for you. I'm sure that felt amazing. Your younger self was cheering if he could see it, you know. But if you're a relationship guy, give it time. There's no rush. Your prime has just begun, your early 30s. A man's prime, if he takes care of himself physically and he's a good guy and he does well for himself, can go into his freaking 50s, you know? Really. But the gals, it's their clock's ticking. Not listen to these boneheads. Good for you.